GSAT was established back in 1988 through an act called the Assistive Technology Act. It's shortened as the TECH Act. And the Act, again, allows states and territories the opportunity to apply for a grant which provides services to the people, maybe of all lifespans, especially in the area of independent living, employment, education. So it provides these assistive technology services and technologies that are afforded to these constituents. Back in 1993, when CEDDERS was first established, at that time it was called the University Affiliated Program. Dr. Heidi St. took the lead in applying for the grant. She got together a team of individuals, key stakeholders from the community, and solicited their input to look at the goals and objectives and the vision of how this GSAT project would look. I came into the position as the program coordinator at GSAT right after the Governor Ada's term. The University Affiliated Program contacted me and requested that I come in for an interview, so I had the opportunity to apply and was later accepted to take on that role. I myself, as a person with a disability, utilize assistive technology. It's always been my passion and fascination to look at assistive technology. People looked at me as a techie kind of guy. I was sort of referred to as the Forrest Gump of Guam, using a brace and also a combination of MacGyver. So I love assistive technology, and to this very day I still use assistive technology. My kids bought me a watch, a talking watch, for my birthday, so they know that I always try to use assistive technology. The GSAT office at that time was very, very small. It was just myself and an administrative assistant, and then we try to maximize the manpower at our office by soliciting volunteers in the community, especially the parents of children with disabilities and special ed that had a vested interest in utilizing assistive technology. The major types of disabilities at that time were people who had hearing impairments, a lot of people who had mobility impairments, and of course vision impairments because of the onset of diabetes, and there's a lot of people that are losing their vision. So we try to focus on those three targeted population at the time. Yes, we really accomplished quite a bit during our time. It was an exciting time because, again, it's a formative time period. We were really excited about the opportunity to look at collaborating with a number of partners in our community to co-sponsor the annual conference and fair. And to this very day, it's still in existence. So we're very proud to see that it's still going on and that awareness is out in the community. So that's one major project that we worked on. The other accomplishment I felt was very instrumental was the activities that we did out there with a lot of the political leaders, the private business leaders, and the media. We collaborated with all of them to conduct a day in a life activity where we assigned a disability to these individuals for that day, and also provided them assistive technology so they can try to overcome some of the challenges dealing with those types of disabilities. I really want to credit, again, Dr. Heidi St. because it was through her foresight that all this happened. Her leadership in getting the right people here to, again, take on this initiative and follow through in this initiative. I've been gone over 12 years, and to come back to see GSAT still in existence makes me very, very proud. I'd love to ask the community to look at assistive technology and come visit the GSAT Center, because a lot of people don't realize the benefits of assistive technology for independent living needs, for employment, for education, and having the opportunity to go and try out these devices as a loaner and take it home. So I highly recommend that people come out and take a look at GSAT. We've had people like Carla Torres, our wonderful GSAT director, and she's been she has the certification, and that's one thing I like to tell everybody is that we have certified people here in Guam that can help in the assessments and the training. So we're very blessed to have people like Carla.
My biggest interest, right, the one that really got me started to apply for the job when I heard about it was my brother had just got into a crash in the States, and he actually paralyzed himself from the chest down. And we were out there. It was a big traumatic experience for most of my family. But later on, we started to see how he was recovering. And he was recovering mostly through the use of technology, different ways. How is he going to type? How is he going to he drives a van now, So I really got inspired by that. I mean, here's a guy that we thought would be bedridden or, would have a very difficult life from that point forward. But he got himself a power wheelchair, learned to feed himself with just some basic utensils that were adapted. And all these things are just adaptations. And I said, man, this is so interesting to me. And I kind of had that handyman feel. And I felt, hey, I think I could do this job. The Wheelchair Foundation event, that was one that it kind of surprised us, because basically we had, just by chance, we bumped into the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Their goodwill mission to pass out wheelchairs to all these islands or places that needed them. And all they needed to know was the number of wheelchairs, and we would get people signed up. So we started to run with it. We made applications. We spread the word out through local community centers, through the mayor's offices, and from that, people started to sign up. And all of a sudden, these chairs started getting delivered to Guam. This big trailer full of container, and we unloaded them. And next thing you know, we went out and we passed out hundreds of wheelchairs. We decided to team up with the KM Care Force, and we did this under the Edward M. Calvo Foundation, and they were very supportive in helping us get the word out and sponsoring the event that it was, and we're very appreciative. It really provided wheelchairs to those in need. The loan programs, they were pretty exciting. One of the problems that most of the AT programs had as they were developing was, here we were showcasing all this great assistive technology, and people loved it. It seemed to be the trend that majority of them were in a position where they didn't have the funding for it. So when the loan programs came about, this provided doors, gateways for them to actually get a very low interest loan to purchase strictly assistive technology. So for Guam, it was great. The loan programs could have never come about if it wasn't for some of the partners we had locally. One of the big sponsors were the Bank of Guam. So after we had received the funding, we needed to try and get a system in place that we could actually give out a loan, someone track it and so forth from that. And Bank of Guam was great. They provided the resources, they provided the applications, they made it readily available throughout the whole island, assisted us with a campaign for it for the most part. So it really started to come about through Bank of Guam. For the telework program, we got together with the Small Business Development Center, and they were influential because at the same time we got the funding, they were trying to really hop on board of how to get individuals with disabilities to telework or to start a small business for the most part. And we just thought the two programs, were a perfect match for each other. So they got together, and I know that they too did a lot of promotional events to highlight the program. And they started up a great series where they were training persons with disabilities, and we were getting them the loans, and next thing you know, they're starting up a new business or doing some job from home. CMAP was one of my last projects that I had during my tenure. CMAP was very exciting. It was a big project. The main goal of CMAP was to bring accessible materials via print, braille for those with low vision impairments or those who are blind, but particularly to students. So this was a huge undertaking, and it wasn't just for Guam. We decided we were going to partner up with the outer islands. So we had American Samoa, the Marshall Islands, Yap, Ponape, Chuuk, and Palau, Kolsrai as well. And don't forget the Northern Mariana, Saipan. And we had to go out there and identify these children who were visually impaired or needed this equipment. Each of the school districts received new braillers, new books, new note takers, and so forth. All that we're able to serve for these low visually impaired or blind students from that part.
I heard about GSAT through this program, which is Lydia Calvo, my counselor, and she's the one that referred me to GSAT. GSAT has helped me going through looking at all the equipments on technology-wise would make my life a lot easier in moving and mobilizing through my leg muscles. That's my disability. And all the equipment that GSAT has had is assisted me, on all things to make my life a lot easier, move and shower and all that. The GoLAT program helped me by purchasing 2 bush cutters, a strap, and a backpack blower. The impact it had in my life was to make the job a lot easier for me when I do my janitorial lawn service, and for me to make extra money other than depending on my Social Security income. It really did change my life and make my life so easy to this day. Even to this day, I've been going to GSAT, and they've been assisting me on all the equipments that I'm having a hard time getting on my own outside through the insurance company. And I recommend that anybody's having a hard time, getting the equipment and things that in technology now, go up and see GSAT.